This is Shannon, aka Catherine McClanahan for EpicSwizzleMixers Monday. I said it right. And there's one thing I learned in the past 24 hours. Always think before you act, and actually two. And there's two sides to every story because I have been going through a lot lately with my father and dealing with other personal issues outside YouTube and, other stuff. With school and not having a car and hoping to get it back today, sometime today. But I learned that, there are two sides to every story, and just think before you act. It's not easy to do sometimes when you're in a situation where some situations are beyond your control. And when you think they're in your control, they sometimes end up not being in your best favor. And what I'm talking about is thinking before you act. Like if you accuse somebody or if you think somebody did you wrong, it's best to have a little common sense. But I did, like I said, I wasn't thinking before I acted, and I paid for it. It could have been worse. I could have been in a lot more trouble than I bargained for. I try to be neutral. I listen to both sides. I try to be caring. I try to be loving because I don't want to be a mean person. I don't want anybody to see that mean side. I save the bad person for my character, Dr. Leslie Anderson in the Council of Evil. That's a video collaboration I've been doing so well on, and I save it for that because if you don't know what it is, it's a collaboration with King Siggy, Better Boy, and Mr. Steve Riker, and I enjoy doing it. So I have some good characters, I have some bad characters, and all the bad stuff I try to focus on my evil characters because Dr. Leslie Anderson, she's not a very nice lady. I wouldn't want her as my doctor if, I wouldn't want anybody like that to be my doctor. I would probably, you know, die first. But set aside, I learned that you gotta think before you act. And you gotta listen to two sides of every story before you judge somebody. And this is the very special video that I am posting today. I wanted to go out to the McKinley Monument because there's a big President's Day thing. There's some new things opening up at the McKinley Science Theater and Presidential Library. But like I said, I don't have a car. Hopefully today I'll get it back. I want to take some pictures. It's a wonderful place, McKinley Monument, and that's where President William McKinley and his wife is buried in a big mausoleum on the hill at Monument Park. And there's also down the hill, there's a science center and museum where there's a lot of old stuff about this area and how it's evolved in the last 100 years. And I promise you, I will do that, hopefully when things get a little bit better. And I didn't forget about that. I also wanted to do a thing on the Pro Football Hall of Fame, which is up the street. For a lot of people have heard that. I know Steve Riker's a big football fan, so I'll just do that for him. For football fans, what can I say? And this is Catherine, aka Shannon, and stay tuned for Tom Clementis 2010 for the Tuesday show. I got that right. And I'll see you next Monday. You have a good week. You take care. Bye-bye.